The falcon cannot hear the falcon. The jars, old rocky face look forth. Things thought too long can no longer be thought. I remember the first time I heard that poem by W. Yeats. You probably recognize I like Yeats because I have managed to mix up two of his poems. And I remember the morning I first heard that poem, The Jars, talking about rocky face looking forth. 8 o'clock in the morning at the University of Guyana campus. That is a criminal offense, asking somebody to do a lecture at that hour. There's a cold breeze blowing across the Atlantic. I am half asleep. And the lecturer is droning on with the poem. I sort of wake up when he gets to the stage, when he says, Hector's dead, there's a light in Troy. We that look on but laugh in tragic joy. I woke up. And the lecturer went on to explain about the jar, Yeats' view of history, as a jar of vortex that winds and then it unwinds. I remember him talking about Yeats' view of history as a cycle, that there is no need to mourn the death of great men, the passing of great ages, because history goes round in a cycle and it all comes round again. And in the midst of this, I remember the line, things thought too long can no longer be thought. And I thought, yeah, it's okay to start over. It's fine to start again. Years passed. 1992 was the year I heard that lecture. 2 years later, I was in London trying to find a job. Telesales, selling Britannica, doing the dole. And then I learned my first management job, Downham Learning Coordinator for London Borough of Lewisham. My brief, to get low-skilled, employed people into work or into education. So I'm a manager, I'm in a suit. I step into the job in finest style and I engage with my fellow suits. We plan, we organize, we talk to Lewisham College, we talk to Community Education Lewisham, we plan courses, we advertise in the new shopper. And after all this planning, how many people took up these courses? No. And it was embarrassing. 8 weeks in, 50 people, my target is to get into qualifications. 10 people, my target is to get into jobs. 3 months in, and the suits are mumbling, and they're grumbling. So, I'm upset, but I remember Yeats' things. Things thought too long can no longer be thought. I decided to start over. So I started again. I put on my suit. And I did a survey because nobody told me that you need to talk to the people who are your customers. So I set up a survey. I knocked on doors. I sent out flyers. The trouble is, in Downham, on the Downham estate, if you wear a suit, you're either going to court or you're bringing bad news. So we all know how that survey works. Not very well. And the suits are grumbling. So I decided to start over. I decided I am going to the people. So I stepped into the pubs. I stepped into the betting shops where all the low-skilled, unemployed people are, so they tell me. And they look at me in my suit. I had a drink. I'm talking about learning. I started playing pool very badly. Got beat until somebody said to me, aren't you going to take that suit off? So I lost the tie, I lost the jacket, I lost some games of pool, I lost some money because I was playing for money. But eventually I said, what are you talking about? What are you on about? Courses, qualifications, and so on. So finally, we organized a Spanish course over the fall. So some of these gentlemen learned every lewd word, every vulgar word in the Spanish language. They learned a few chat lines for the ladies. But a couple of those gentlemen actually went on to Lewisham College to do courses. Brilliant. I got invited to a Tupperware party. The ladies are there with their Tupperware, And they're asking me, why the hell am I there in this gathering? Don't I know it's the ladies' evening? So I talked about courses, I made jokes about computers. We got a ladies' computer class going because they said, we gentlemen, we're into our technology. And we hog the limelight. So it started nicely. So things are going good. I have courses. I have people talking to me. But I am not meeting my targets. So the suits are grumbling. The suits are talking about my contract. 1 year in, they're talking about my contract. So we had a play. You know, we're going to gather all the people of Lewisham together. We're going to talk to them. We're going to draw them in. So I gave out my flyers to youth workers and to Mallory School and other places. And the flyers sat down on somebody's desk. We went to the grand event with the great suits, and nobody turned up. So I got a blistering from a gentleman called Wayne Shand. I still remember him. The man humiliated me publicly. And I'm thinking, do I plot this guy? I said, no. It's okay to start over. You can't have the same thinking over and over again. So I started again. I went out and knocked on some more doors. I remember sitting down at Grove Park Station talking to some young people. So it comes up to the end of my contract. I have women who are no longer scared of computers. I have a few ladies. I have a couple of gentlemen in the pub and in the betting shop learning how to curse in Spanish. Oh, and learning how to speak Spanish properly as well, after all. And I have a few young people who are too busy with their painting and decorating course to worry about smashing up cars on the Dowling estate. But my contract comes at an end, and I was not extended, and I was told I was a waste of the borough's money. But I remember William Buckley Yeats saying, the jars, old rocky face looks forth. Things thought too long can no longer be thought. More, it's okay to start over. And I step forth on the next great adventure.